Wednesday morning, everybody. A beautiful Wednesday morning. The sun is shining. It's probably brutally hot outside. Well, maybe not yet. I don't know. I have not been outside. I am not feeling 100% the last couple days. I got hit with like some kind of stomach bug, so I am home today. I do have to go to the doctor later, so I did freshen up a little bit, did some makeup. So I wanted something to do. So I did this quick little, and it's not going to be like super quick, but I did this little video on this look. This is my everyday look that I go to when I don't have time to do a whole lot of makeup or I just don't want to do a whole lot of makeup. This is what I go to. It's just very simple. It's 60s inspired. I love the 60s. I love their makeup, and this is kind of what I've done for years and years and years. So, as you can tell, my hair is it's not the greatest today. I have this Halloween shirt on. Super scrubby today, but that's okay. I put some makeup on. So, it's just a little bit of contouring, blush, highlighter. It's a full face of makeup. It just isn't as glamorous as some tutorials out there. This is just an easy, really easy makeup look. So that's what this tutorial is about, and I hope you like it. All right, let's get started. You can see Penny has joined us. She likes to sit up there while I do my makeup. So first we're going to start out with the present. Talked about this in my product anxiety video. This is one of the top ones. If I don't have it, the world will end. So quite literally that much. That's all you need for your whole face. And put it all over. And it just goes on so silky. I just love it, love it, love it. Now we're going to let that wait for about 2 minutes while that dries. So since I am not feeling that great today, I don't want to use full coverage makeup. Usually I would, but in this case, I just wanted to do something light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Naked Skin from Urban Decay. This is in shade 3.5. I use this and it's a little darker than my skin tone, just a tad bit darker, only because I want some good coverage. But I like the weightlessness that this foundation gives me. And we're using the Tarte foundation brush, which is the best brush ever for applying foundation. I won't use anything else. Again, one of those, I guess, beauty tools that I would go anxious for, or I would feel anxious if I did not have it. So, just gonna put a little of this on my hand. And yes, I'm still one of those who does their foundation first. I'm old school like that. Foundation is done. Went on great. I just like how it's not so thick, it's not so heavy. I usually, when I use this foundation, sometimes I'll go in with concealer and do that whole concealer, highlighting, all that stuff. Today that's not going to happen because that takes more time. So we'll just skip that part. And like I said, I like to be realistic. I like to, all these beauty people on YouTube, they like to do the whole shebang, which I like doing sometimes, but on a day-to-day basis, I just don't need to do that. I don't. And it takes so much time, and it already takes me forever to do my makeup, so I'm not going to be doing that every day. Maybe for if I'm feeling more spunky, I guess. I don't know. But next, we're going to go in and set everything with Laura Geller's Matte Maker powder. I also talked about this one in my beauty anxiety video. I love this stuff. It really sets your makeup pretty much all day. Just pat that all over with a big brush. It doesn't go on white. Some people freak out about that. I don't know why. Once I tell them it's clear, it's not white. Get over it. Something about the eye and then the brain just thinks about power of suggestion. I don't know. It's stupid though. Next, we're going to do Painterly Paint Pot on the ends to prime our eyes. Again, another product that I just can't live without. We all have them. We all get anxious when we don't have them. That's what I did in the video. And I just use a crappy brush for this, only because all I'm doing is putting it on and then spreading it around my eyelid. So I don't need a fancy one for it. It's just a cheap one. Gets the job done. Okay, Painterly Paint Pot is on. You can see it just leaves a really nice blank canvas for you to start doing whatever eyeshadows you want. I like it better than concealer. It stays better. I don't know. It does wonders and makes your eyeshadows just really stand out and really go on like butter. So next we're going on to contouring. I do contour every day, whether it's liquid or powder. It's pretty much always powder. But I was excited because on Saturday I went and got this, and I'll tell you why. I usually like to use the Cocoa Contour from Too Faced. That is my favorite. I usually use the light and the medium. Those ones are just so amazing. However, I am sick of paying $52 for the whole thing when I only use 2 of them. So I have two Cocoa Contours, can't talk today, where 2 of them are missing, and then they'll just sit there because I have no use for the other ones. But I did find this. It's a little deeper than the medium, but it's got that ashy tone to it, and I don't know, I really like it. So I've been using this, Monday, Tuesday, and today, and I'm loving it. I mean, the formula is really good. It goes on really smooth, and I'm a fan. So I think, and I only have 2 colors in there, which is all I need for like a matte contour. So Becca, you're winning. You may win out, the Cocoa Contour from Too Faced. So let's hope. So I'm going to take a fluffy angled brush. I really like it because it really gets in there, the point's down, and you can really get in there and do a nice contour right there. And you really only need a very little bit of this. See how nice and smooth it goes on? Yeah, I really like it. So, popped it into the hollows of my cheek. I'm going to take a little, I'm going to do underneath here, just along the jawline, and just a light dusting of it. I don't need a whole lot since I used that darker foundation today. That's one of the things I like about using a darker foundation as well, is you don't have to do a whole lot of contouring because your highlighter is going to do a lot of that for you. So I'm going to put a little bit in the temples. Ugh. Grab some of my hair out of there, whatever. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is from the Cocoa Contour palette, the first one that I went through. I'm just going to pop some of that right on my nose. So you can see the difference, and of course the lighting was a little different. I'm missing light on this side, whatever, one day. But you can see how it kind of like brings in my nose a little bit, because I hate my nose, so I want to cover it up as much as I can. We all have that one feature that I hate. And it's funny, but why I cover and kind of bring out the contour on my nose. What I like about it, and this is going to sound really weird. So whenever I was, I don't know, I would say in my 20s, early 20s, before I got married, and my roommates and I would go to my parents' house for the day and use their pool, and I would get burned like around my nose and cheekbone and cheeks and stuff, and that natural coloring, I guess you could say, I really liked it because it made my nose look smaller. And since contouring became a big thing, I've just always done it, and it almost looks like I have like a slight sunburn right there. I mean, call me weird. I just like it. I don't know. It just makes everything look a little bit more, and contoured isn't the right word, but more color. So to add a little bit of sparkle with bronzer, I'm going to take this bronzer from MAC. It's called Delicate. It was a limited edition maybe 2 years ago. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. But it's got this really cool packaging. It was like a summertime thing. I just love how the sheen on this one. It's very, very light. It's not like sparkly. It's not super shimmery. It's very light, just to give you a nice little glow to your bronzer. So I'm so glad I picked it up. It's great. I've never done my whole face with it, but like not with a matte contour underneath, but maybe one day. So I just kind of pop some right at the top. I know that seems like a lot of bronzer, but I just like it. I'm a sucker for bronzers and all that fun stuff. So next for the highlight, or just not totally done with the highlight yet, but I'm going to put Emphasize on. I know I'm running out. I do have another pan ready to go. I just want to use this until I cannot anymore. Did I say this was Emphasize? It's Emphasize. On the forehead, down the nose, right around here on my cheeks. Kind of sweep it up. So this is going to be my everyday eyeshadow look. Super easy. If I don't feel like doing a whole lot to my eyes that day, but I still want to look semi-glamorous, this is what I go to. So one of these always pops out, but we're using MAC today. We're going to use Brulee first, and that's going to go all over the eye. Just using some, I don't even know what this is. I think I got it in one of those Ipsy bags. It's actually a pretty nice brush, especially for like the all over base. Try and get a little bit closer. Just to kind of get some of that stickiness off of the Painterly paint pot. Next we're going to take this nice big fluffy brush. I think this is 224 from MAC, and then we're going to go in with Cork right here, and we're going to put this all over our crease. Then we're going to go in with a bigger fluffy brush. This is a crease defining brush from Bare Minerals, and actually it's really, really nice. And just kind of blend it a little bit more. And then I actually take some Wedge, which is right here. Sorry, this is a little dirty, but that's okay. I use it a lot. And then we're just gonna put that right kind of at the top, just as another kind of a transition color to the transition color, if you will. Just kind of blends in those lines a little bit. We're just kind of rounding out the shape as well. Kind of getting a little bit in the outer corner and then rounding it all out. And then just go back in and blend it out. Pick up a little bit of wedge. I just kind of tap it in there. I don't need a whole lot. And that's that. Then I'm going to go in with a smaller crease brush. This is a Sephora brush, and let me just tell you, Sephora brushes I'm impressed with. I really like them. And they have a ton of them. So now I'm going to go in, I think this is brown down right here. Let me just double check. Should be on the bottom. Oops. Yeah, brown down. I guess I know my MAC colors pretty well. And this is just a darker, kind of has like a reddish back. It's just a warm brown, kind of a reddish background color. And then I just kind of pop this lower into the crease and on the outer corner. And then just sweep it inward. Then I'll take my big fluffy brush again and just kind of blend it all in. There you go. So easy. And of course, when I'm not talking about it, I can do this a lot quicker, but we need explanations sometimes. And don't mind my animals, they're usually pretty rambunctious around this time, especially the little one. She's only 2. So if you see flying animals, that's probably her. And she does. She literally like will launch and fly across the house. So crease is done. Now I'm going to go in with a flat brush. I'm going to go in with Gesso, which is right here, which is just a matte white eyeshadow. We're going to pop that on the lid. And just a little bit more to brighten it up. And then you take your big fluffy brush just to kind of get rid of the lines it makes and blend it all together. Then we're gonna go get some more brulee and just kind of brighten up our brow bone, whatever it's called. I can't talk today. Again, I'm not feeling 100%, so if I screw up here and there, forgive me. So I don't like to keep this all matte all the time. So what I do is I go in with some shroom right here, just to add a little bit of sparkle on the brow bone and the inner corner. Just with a tiny flat brush. This is also a MAC brush. So put some right there. Just just to give a little highlight so it's not all just matte. And sometimes I don't care, but usually I'll put a little bit of sparkle right there. And then down in here, just to give that awakeness. Alright, top of the eyes are done. Then I go in with a little pencil smudger brush. And I get some cork. And I put that on my lower lash line just to kind of... sometimes I'll leave it blank, but I usually like a little bit of something on the bottom. Just kind of ties everything in together. Just to give the eyes a little bit of depth, so it's not totally blank on the bottom. And eyeshadow is done. You saw how easy that was? Just a little bit in the crease. And it looks, you know, it doesn't have to be super, super glamorous, but it works. Alright, next is eyeliner. Hopefully my camera stays focused for this. Alright, so we are using the NYX matte liquid liner. I also talked about this in my beauty anxiety video, and it's not specifically this brand, although I do love this brand. It's the brush. I know this looks really intimidating for people, but it's the one that works for me the best. I can get a really good line out of it. I just love it. So here we go. I like to start in the middle. Hold on. I like to start in the middle half and just draw a line there. And then I always do a wing. So I take it from the outer corner, just kind of start a line right there. And then I kind of connect it. And you can make this, you know, as long as you want, you know, as wide. We're just going to go up a little bit. Kind of pull it to make it smooth. And so from that point, we're going to drag it across. And just let the brush do the work. And then fill it in. See how easy that is? So easy. The brush does all the work for you. And then I like a super sharp point on mine as well. Hopefully this stays focused while I do this. I like to get in real close. This one's kind of drying out a little bit. I should just throw it away. I really like these formulas too because they don't dry immediately unless they're getting dried out. And so it gives you a little bit of time to kind of work with it and push that product along and get that nice, smooth, sharp line that we all want. So that's another reason why I like these types of liquid liners. So we're just going to keep it like that for a little bit while I go do the other eye. Alright. Outer half is done. Now we're going to bring it all the way across the rest of the eye. And connect them all up. Trick 2 is to kind of just look at it from different angles. Close your eye, open your eye. How does that line look? Is it even? Is it squiggly? And just kind of adjust little by little on how you want it to be. That side looks pretty good. Alright, eyeliner done. Liquid eyeliner anyways. Now we're going to go in with Urban Decay's 24/7 Waterline in Legend. Finally got a new one. My little one was really suffering. I think I tried to sharpen it once just to get by for the day. It was pretty bad. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to line my waterline on the top first. And I always do this. Run it right into the lash line because I want it dark. And then sometimes I decide if I want to do some on the bottom, which sometimes I skip, but today we'll do it. Just for some extra drama. I love this pencil because honestly, it does not feather. It does not, get into your inner corners like, throughout the day when you get eyeliner in your inner corners. This does not do that. It stays put. It doesn't go anywhere. It's an awesome, awesome product. Alright, so next is eyelashes. Well, mascara. I'm just going to curl these a little bit. And we're going to use Urban Decay Perversion. This is one of my favorite mascaras. So we got Urban Decay Perversion, Benefits They're Real, and Stila's huge mascara. Those three are my favorites. MAC has one too that I really, really like. I got in Vegas a year and a half ago. But yeah, those top three are my favorite. And actually, so I kind of switch off between Urban Decay, Benefit, Stila, whatever I'm feeling that day. And I like these ones because the formula is so good that you really only need one coat to get them long, full, and black. And look at how great it pulls, the brush at least, pulls those lashes out and away and combs through them really, really nicely. Just with one coat. And I usually only do one coat because I wear false lashes almost every day. So I don't need a bunch of mascara. But can you see the difference between this one and this one? There's no mascara, and this is only one coat of the Perversion mascara. It's amazing. And even though this side, this eye, has been shedding eyelashes a lot lately, they always have that one where it's like it's doing it more than the other. They're on like different growth cycles. So annoying. But this one definitely kind of fills that in a little bit. Good job, Urban Decay. You know, and it's so funny how people who aren't in the industry, never been in the industry, it makes me laugh so hard that they think MAC is the ultimate. It's the all-time best makeup line out there. And I laugh because although MAC has really good stuff, I am forever a MAC lover. I love most of their stuff. Their eyeshadows are great. They have some good mascaras. They have some good eyeliners. They have good bronzers, you know, good blushes, stuff like that. And I get 30% off. Awesome. But it's funny to me that there's so many people out there that are just like, oh, well, MAC is the ultimate. And I'm just like, no, it's not. There are so many product lines out there that people miss. And Urban Decay is one of them. And on YouTube, they're super popular. And I love that. But there are so many people out there who have yet to discover all of these great products. These brands that are somewhat better than, well, no, some of their stuff is a lot better than MAC, and it makes me sad, and it makes me laugh that, you know, well, this person, like the other day, I had this woman over and I was doing her hair, and she was telling me, oh, my daughter got this really great bronzer from MAC, and it's really, really nice. And I'm like, that's the only place you go, and you don't even know what else is out there. It's so sad. And she's just so hung up on MAC, and I'm like, there's so many great products out there that you are missing out on, and she's just, she's so weird about it. It really kind of like irritates me. So I don't know. I try and tell people, even at work, like, they're so hung up on MAC still, and I'm like, oh my god. Or they want the the Estee Lauder double something, I don't know, but I know it's super intense, but it makes their skin look awful. It's so bad. And I'm like, dude, there's a lot more out there, and if you would just kind of get out of your box a little bit, you would see that. Anyway, that's my little rant. It irritates the shit out of me. I'm sorry, but it just irritates me so bad. Yes, I used all MAC eyeshadows today, but you know why? Because those are my favorite ones. They're all in one, except for one, palette that I can just grab, do it really quick, and be done with my makeup. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is my everyday go-to easy one that doesn't take me a whole lot of time. But you saw how many different products I was using. So, guys, there is more out there than just MAC. We love MAC. It'll always have a place in our heart. I'll always go there to get stuff. But there's so much more. Just kind of experiment. Go out there. Buy new stuff. Try new stuff. Sephora is really great. They'll let you try on whatever you want. Like, just go and experience other products. You will find that there are more and better products other than MAC. Please, for the love of God, get off the MAC train just a little bit. You know, be on the train, but make little stops here and there. Best advice I can give. Next is blush. So I've had this really weird attraction to purple blushes. I don't know what it is. I just think they're super beautiful. And I'm really loving it. Maybe because my gray hair, which you can't really see right now, which is going to be changed soon because I'm over the maintenance, which I will show you how I do that in another video. But back to blush. I am super into the purple blushes. It's kind of this really weird trend where every line has a violet purple blush. So this is Urban Decay's Bittersweet, and it is purple, and I love it. It's so pretty. And it has really great pigment. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna take this again. It's a Sephora brush, really great angled blush brush, and you only need a little bit. I mean, a smidge of it. And pop that right on my cheek. So start little, and then if you feel like you need more, go ahead and grab a little bit more. And these purple blushes look really, really good with neutral eyes or cooler toned eyes. So kind of usually what I go towards more. Look at how pretty that is. I love it. It's great. Purple blushes. That's my new thing. I'm gonna do a little bit more highlighting, just with a shimmery color. Again, I'm gonna go back in with the Becca, and I'm gonna use the highlighter and this little highlighting brush. Tapered highlighter brush, it works. With this, you only need a little, and I put it right over my eyebrow, right here. Sometimes I'll do it right in the center, just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But today we're gonna do it right here. And then a little down my nose. And on the high points of my cheekbones, right over that blush. So you have highlighter, blush, and contour. Just to give it a little bit of sheen. And we're going to do some eyebrows, because this is not working. Looks like I have no eyebrows. And it was so funny when I look back on pictures of me, right when I got married and before brows became a big thing. I wouldn't do this. It was so funny. And now I look at pictures and I'm like, good God, it looks like I have no eyebrows in these pictures because the foundation just covers them up. And when I started seeing those, I would say it was right after I got married. Once I started seeing those, I was like, oh, dear God, we need to do something. It just looks like I'm walking around with no eyebrows. So then I started to do some eyebrow work. So we're talking, 2007, 2008 when I started doing this. And then it's evolved over time. So we are using the Benefit Browsings. I really like this. I don't do the pencil thing. I don't do the pomade thing. I just like a light brow. but I like them to be faux babies. So I don't like the whole big, thick, it doesn't look right on me, my face is too small for it. Don't do what YouTube says, don't do what Instagram says, do what you say. Whatever you think looks good on yourself. So I'm just taking this little teeny brow brush. I'm going to start here. And just draw a line here. And just kind of rotate the brush down. And then just kind of start spreading that around a little bit. And then go down and kind of make your shape here. And just kind of bring it down here. Just a little bit to define it and fill it in so it doesn't look like you have no eyebrows. And then I just kind of blur it out. I don't like big harsh lines on my brows. And then I'll take a bigger, stiffer brush and fill in the rest. And it all just kind of comes together. I don't need to spend 5 hours on my eyebrows. So here's our little end right here. And I just kind of like to clean it up with the leftover from like the brulee and just kind of blur out those lines a little bit. See? Easy. Easy. See how easy that was? No drawing on your eyebrows, just kind of filling them in so it makes you look like you have eyebrows. Keep all my little yeast lashes in this little, gosh, I've had this since maybe middle school. So that's where they all go. It's perfect for it. They just hang out there. It's great. So here's the lashes I'm using. I don't even know which ones these are, but I like the shape and they're small and light, and that's what we're going to use. Let it dry for a minute just to get it nice and tacky. And scooch in a little bit. Okay, so my system for putting on lashes. This is kind of foolproof. I've practiced this a ton. I wear these every day. So this is the system that works for me. So first we're gonna place them right in the middle of our lid and make sure to keep your eyes half open. I know a lot of people like to close their eyes and put it on. You're not walking around all day with your eyes closed. It's not how you naturally walk around. So you want the eyelash to go along the shape of your eye. So to do that, you have to keep your eyes open. And it'll be less messy too. So we put that down right in the middle. We take the outer corner and we put it down, getting as close to the lash line as possible. I know some people use their fingers. I personally like to have tweezers. It's a little bit more precise. And then we'll take the inner corner and line that up and put that down. I mean, that's it. So now that that's down, I just like to take it and I like to squish them together, move that band down all the way, and blend it with my own lashes. Make sure the inner corner is down. That one always likes to try and pop up. I mean, and look, perfect. No space between, no messy glue. I mean, come on, that's easy, right? And then for extra security, I like to take a little bit of glue and put it right on the inner corner just to cement that down and fill in any gaps. And it will stay all day long. I promise you. And that took 5 seconds? Well, not quite 5 seconds, but you get it. Now we're gonna do the other eye. We're letting this dry a little bit. Don't forget, keep your eyes at least half open so you can see what you're doing. Using tweezers to get it a little bit more precise. Put it down in the middle. Make sure it sticks down. Take the outer corner, put that down. Then take the inner corner and put that down. And then kind of mash that band down so you don't have any gaps. And then take it and mash them into, and mash is such a horrible word, but I mean, let's be real, that's what we're doing. Mash it in with your real eyelashes. Then take just a little bit of glue for reinforcement on the inner corner, because that is always the one that likes to pop up. Just a little bit of reinforcement. And that is how we do that. So this is the finished look. I did not do, obviously, how I said in the intro, I did not do my hair today. I just don't feel like it. I'm sick and I don't want to do my freaking hair. So, I mean, I did my bangs, but that's about it. But this is the look. It's, as you can see, it was super easy to do. It probably from finish to end takes me about 45 minutes, which is still a long time to do your makeup, but for me, that's really fast. So, you know, take what you want from this video. And tutorial is probably the wrong word. I don't sit here and preach on how you're supposed to do your makeup. I just show you how I do it. And it works for me. And if you have similar features and you're interested in different products, I hope you learned something. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, better than what my Tuesday and Wednesday have been, which has just been bent over a toilet. No, I am not pregnant. Period came, so that is not the case. As my last video was maybe a little bit hopeful, but not super hopeful. So, no, I am not pregnant. I just got hit with a stomach bug, and I'm actually feeling a lot better. My stomach is making funny noises and, you know, trying to clear out whatever left is in there. So, going to the doctor today, and not for that, but to renew my referral to my fertility specialist. So, you know, maybe if there's something, I don't know, who knows, but it'll be an interesting day. So anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you like any of my other videos, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, let me know. So we will see you next time. Bye.